Welcome to Nashiman News with me Rizwan Asad. I'm getting the latest updates on the political scenario in Karnataka state. Speaking to media persons, B.S. Yediyurappa, after paying rich homages to the late Chief Minister of Karnataka, Devarajas, on his death anniversary, he said that he is willing to resign from the post of the Chief Ministership if the High Command desires and if High Command wants him to resign. This is the first time in many years Chief Minister has told that he is going to resign if the High Command is going to ask his resignation. It may be recalled since past 1 year there has been a talk of change of leadership in the BJP since Yatnal, Ishwarappa and many others wanted a change in leadership. The BJP wanted to change Yediyurappa as a Chief Minister. One was the age factor, which the BJP has set a deadline, and another, there were some allegations of corruption and interference of Chief Minister's son Vijayendra. But nothing seems to be working for the dissidents in the state unit of BJP. Every time they wanted a change in the leadership, the BJP were found wanting to change Yediyurappa. Yediyurappa, who is a tall leader in Karnataka, belongs to the very powerful community, a charismatic leader who brought back the BJP in the state and who was instrumental in forming the government after Operation Kamla, where the dissidents, Congress and JDS MLAs deserted the parties and joined the BJP and have been made ministers in the Yediyurappa government. Yediyurappa's own colleagues have been unhappy with the functioning of Yediyurappa as a chief minister. In the COVID time, there was a lockdown and the BJP didn't want to take a chance of replacing Yediyurappa. They didn't want it to bring a backlash for the BJP. They know that Yediyurappa is a very, very strong leader, and by replacing him, that BJP would be losing a stronghold and BJP would be losing a lot of seats in the forthcoming election. A compromise formula was formed, but nothing seemed to work. Yediyurappa was tested positive last year and he went to hospital, and the plans of changing the Yediyurappa was set back. Recently, some ministers went to Delhi to complain against Yediyurappa, but the High Command turned down, and that was a shot in the arm to Yediyurappa. Close sources in the BJP spoke to Nashiman on unanimity and told that Yediyurappa would be changed very shortly. A compromise formula has been formulated, wherein Yediyurappa would be asked to resign very gracefully so that it don't hurt the community, and everything would be patched up, and Yediyurappa would be made a governor of any one of the states. His son would be made the deputy chief minister in place of Lakshman Sawadi, who would be asked to head the BJP state unit as the president. A compromise formula was in the undertaking, but nothing seems to be working with lockdown going on. The BJP didn't want it to take a chance, and BJP did not have a charismatic leader like Yediyurappa in their ranks. Many chief minister aspirants with names were spelled out, like Jagdish Shettar, Sadananda Gowda, Prahlad Joshi, Ashwath Narayan, Baswaraj Bommai, C.T. Ravi. But nobody seems to take the mantle and take the responsibility. Two names were in forefront. One is Dr. Ashwath Narayan, who is the Deputy Chief Minister, and Prahlad Joshi, who is the Central Minister. Now with Yediyurappa himself saying that he would be resigning very happily if the High Command asks, there seems to be a certain sense of speculation that he would be asked to resign gracefully, and some compromise formula has been worked out. If you have to wait and watch what's going to happen. With Yediyurappa is very, very powerful leader, and he's in good books with Kumaraswamy, he's in good books with D.K. Shiv Kumar, he's in very good books with Siddaramaiah, and the opposition is watching what would be the next move. With in case there's a replacement of the Chief Minister in state, what would be the fate of these dissident MLAs who have made ministers in the Yediyurappa cabinet? Will they be retained as the ministers, or would they be sidelined, and leaders from the BJP who were waiting for so long would be made ministers? Only time will tell. Till then, keep watching Nashiman News.
ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮರುಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಕೆಲವು ಸಚಿವರು ಶಾಸಕರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಪತ್ರ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಸಂಧಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನ ದೆಹಲಿ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸುವಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಯುವ ಅವಧಿನ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಸಚಿವರು ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಡೋ ಸಂದೇಶ ಏನು ಸರ್?
ನಾನು ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವ ದಿವಸ ನೀವು ಬೇಡ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವರೇ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ದಿವಸ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗೊಂದಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೊಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮೀರಿ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಉಳಿದಂತದ್ದು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟದ್ದು.
ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ರಿಯವಾಗಿ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂತಹ ನಾಯಕರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಜೆಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ನಾಯಕರು ಅಂತ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅರವಿಂದ್ ಬೆಳ್ಳದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್?
ಯಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಟೀಕೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಪರ್ಯಾಯವಾದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಪೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ, ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಯಾಯವಾದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಪೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೋ